What's up with it? You watching a Bank Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Culture Spill. And the title is Terrence Howard shares evidence of Diddy lawyering and trying to ban him. Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Terrence been trying to warn us about these weirdos in Hollywood, man. And they even tried to knock him off. They tried to derail his career a few times, man, for real. They ain't tried to say he was crazy and all kind of stuff. You know how they do celebs when they say something too real, you know what I mean? Remember how they did Jim Carrey, man, you know what I mean? He said something too real, then before we knew it, he had to act like he done lost his damn mind, man. Yeah, man, as far as Terrence Howard talking about like the weird stuff in Hollywood, man, that ain't nothing new, man. Yeah, he been speaking on it. But yeah, I haven't checked out the video. Don't completely know what they talking about, but let's check it out and see what they talking about.
That trade their bodies to go and get the role. They get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal.
Tell me, how many men still have their principles? How many dudes do y'all know that haven't sacrificed their manhood for a shot in Hollywood? Like seriously, how many? Y'all know it's allegedly hard to find someone who hasn't sold a piece of their soul to Hollywood. And that is why Terrence Howard is blowing up the internet like a new president-elect. Because you have to wonder how he became a Hollywood A-lister without being involved in the mess. And even saying he turned down a whole Diddy for trying to smash. But here's the gag. The way and manner Diddy tried to get down with him, it has got the internet buzzing. They're connecting the dots, saying it's the same signature way Diddy had used on others. And honey, it's just wow. So let's break it down.
He invited me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to. That's what my assistant said.
Now, I'm not saying that what he's saying is true, and I'm not doubting it either, but come on. A dude telling another dude he wants to hang out with him just like that is cringe. Y'all weren't even friends in the first place. It's not for a business meeting, not even a contract deal. So for what, brother love? Honestly, it sounds like when a guy is asking a girl out on a date, it's hella sus telling a dude that. And that's why people are believing Terrence, saying it's the normal Diddy way. To support this claim, some folks have flashed back to when 50 Cent was out here talking about how Diddy approached him. How Diddy asked if they could go to a party together and also asked to take him shopping.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What you talking about? And when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. You see Jadakiss put his head down like... While we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling, everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. What if he do some like, a little fluffy stuff going on? He said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding. Let me get out of no, dude, take me, that's what a guy says to a girl.
But the question remains.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Party though, man. That could refer to some drugs though. I ain't even gonna lie. Party was sounding wow, man. Maybe he was trying to get Fab off some of that pink stuff he was making. I definitely heard people ask people, do they party, babe? Or they offer them something, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, I definitely do think Diddy term of party was probably some weird stuff or something.
How many men would resist this, especially when they haven't making it big yet? Remember, Terrence and 50 were killing it on their own at the time, so I can't even tell if they passed on Diddy because they were okay or because they were trying to keep it real. But what about those who allegedly fell for it out of their vulnerable situations? A perfect example is this rapper, The Game, a city known for high crime and high poverty rates. And based on reports, The Game's early life was marked by the struggles involved in gang activities and the selling of substances. Fast forward to 2001. 2001, and the game started taking his music career seriously. He dropped a fire mixtape that somehow landed in Diddy's hands. Next thing you know, Diddy reaches out, invites him over, and threw around words like record deal and stardom. But here's the twist. Instead of diving headfirst into business mode, Diddy took the game under his wing and showed him the high life. Parties, shopping sprees, and lavish gifts. The game was getting a taste of the luxurious life, and it was hard to resist. And let's be real, when someone's been through the struggles and sees a way out, they're often willing to overlook the red flags, because who wouldn't want a ticket out of the trenches?
Wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I didn't get to record nothing. I was just,
Y'all, I think
man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That seemed like a little beezy, man. For real, that was his little trophy bees he had at the side crib. You know what I'm saying? For real, though, man. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. That story sound crazy. It sound even crazier today, man. For real. So yeah, it kind of do make sense why these celebrities and rappers be so damn rich and still be depressed sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You'll be thinking somebody will be happy with their fortune or something. All I seem like selling out really do be leaving people soulless or something, like for real though.
At this point, it's clear enough to understand why the internet is supporting Terrence Howard's claims. Let's just say they're concluding that Diddy negatively used his wealth to lure folks who are desperate to succeed into questionable situations. Now, Terrence Howard also touched on something else that's been buzzing around the internet. The idea that some people who have been victimized have turned to substances as a way to cope with what happened. It's like they're trying to numb the pain or escape the reality of their situation. Terrence Howard said that these alleged victims turn to substances because they've lost touch with themselves. They've lost touch with their spiritual anchor, and recovering from that can be super tough. He specifically mentioned that these are the people who attended Puffy's parties. That's a pretty heavy claim. And then Justin Bieber gets brought up in the convo, right? Terrence Howard was all like, it's exactly what's going on with Justin Bieber. Well, for Justin's situation, we can't really say he willingly participated in whatever that was about the Diddy's party, because word on the street is he was underage when he went to those alleged parties. But if y'all have seen how Justin Bieber's been behaving lately on the internet, and also heard the rumor about how Diddy used luxurious gifts to lure Justin into his inner circle, then it explains everything Terrence Howard is saying.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing.
Crazy.
Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid, and next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did. No matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, because like Justin Bieber is like, he like one of them artists that's like bigger than life, like for real though. Justin Bieber definitely one of the biggest of the biggest, man. For him to be all the way at the top like that, and to have some depressing moments and stuff like that, man, it have to be something wrong there, man, for real though. It's kind of crazy to know somebody got like so much money, so much fame, and depressed though, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, seriously, what y'all do to Justin Bieber, man, for real?
You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business.
What a mess. Child, the way people are painting this whole story right now is like Diddy inappropriately used his affluence on these industry folks. I mean, it feels like he had almost everyone who was on the come up in a chokehold. Like this fan said, I think Diddy tried to bend everyone over. But like the majority who think Terrence is different and is a real man, this fan said, well, for the first time on the internet, I have met a real man who will not compromise his ethics just to get the fame and the trophies. Well done. You have gained a new fan in me. But tell me what y'all think, child. Is everything Terrence Howard saying about Diddy true after all? Do y'all think Diddy truly attempted to entice him to smash?
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I heard that Angie Martinez interview with Tupac might have had Tupac in there exposing some weird stuff from Diddy, man. For real, though. Yeah, man. Word is Diddy down there tried Pac or something, man. For real. And that's like why Pac wasn't fucking with Diddy like that, for real. On that song, too, he go in on Diddy and talk about you and I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think Diddy been kind of weird, like, since day one, man. And they talk about the old label he was on before they created Bad Boy and stuff, and said he did like some weird things there to get the Bad Boy label going, you know what I mean? So man, Diddy down there been weird forever, man, for real. Then like he had an obsession with Pac too. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that too, man, for real though. He was wearing a Versace, dressing like Pac. He was messing with every girl Pac messed with. So yeah, man, that boy had like some weird obsession with Pac, man. And then like if you don't like somebody, man, you not gonna be going to go mess with the girls they mess with. You feel me? Like, yeah, man, if you don't like somebody, man, you ain't even gonna like the girls they like, man. Like, oh, F that be easy. You feel me? If you really don't like somebody. So I don't even think Diddy didn't like Pac. He just had an obsession with Pac or something damn near. You know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Terrence Howard always been talking about stuff like this though, man. That's why they been trying to like block him and stuff. But he been putting us up on game for real though, man. Salute to Terrence Howard, man, for real though, man. Don't bend, man, for real. Yeah, man, crazy situation, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to the Big Mama TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time. All right.